Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Jen Corbett. And thank you for organizing this global conference on business and technology. No doubt it's a very timely initiative. And as I understood, because you already bringing a lot of the distinguished guests, different part of the world. So I'm just sharing my screen. Is it okay? My screen is visible?
All looks good. Thank you. Please continue.
Okay. So first of all, again, thank you for organizing the global conference on business and technology. As we understood, due to cause of COVID-19, a lot of this disruption, a lot of change, a lot of thinking. I'm sure that everybody is agreed due to this pandemic, I think has created significant challenges for the global higher education and of course the business also. And no doubt everyone already mentioned the technological development and adoption. So I'm just going through some of these, just focusing on the teaching area. As everybody agree with me, because almost a majority of you are coming from the academic background. So the teaching model need to be changed, need to be appropriate as per the demand of the present scenario. And you must agree with me the accessibility, learning model, organization culture. I'm sure because a lot of cases we are just observing that nowadays how to participate in the online conference. That's also need to understand because the lot of cultural change. I must say that maybe there should be some of the topics is already spreading to the everywhere. That earlier we know the email etiquette. Now it will be the meeting etiquette virtually. So these sorts of lot of cultural style is also coming, and cross-cultural exchange is no doubt is one of the key factors. So global challenges for the university also, as I already just giving some of the practices what we are doing in our university considering the present scenario. And as the global challenges, I should say that this is the first time that the whole world is facing the same problem. I think not only Bangladesh or not only the Asia or not Australia. This is the first time the whole world is facing the challenges. Everybody is competing and fighting and trying to adapt the technology, making happy to the faculty, making happy to the student, making happy to the parents. So that is some of the scenario I just love to share with our university perspective. How can we are taking some of the initiative during this pandemic? And we are lucky because almost 10 years back, we took one initiative. We provided a free laptop to each and every student. So until today, almost 37,000 laptops we distributed among our students. So honestly speaking, I hope that everybody will agree with me. This was 10 years back or 11 years back when I initiated, everybody was surprised. How can I will continue or will continue? But now I think this pandemic it is proof that our initiative was a very right initiative because we are one of the university, you see, our students are not facing any trouble because almost 90% of our students got the laptop from the university. So it was very easy for us because 7 years back, we are very easy to implement the blending learning education, which we love to say BLC. But somehow, you see, the only 10% teacher came to the blending learning center. 90% teacher, they were very easy to go to the traditional system. They don't like to change their mindset. But this pandemic is changing everyone, and everyone is bound to follow the system and also inviting the technology and adopt the technology in their class and daily activities. So we develop a lot of the tools between this time. So I hope that I'll give you some example, the online learning. As you know, a lot of the challenge we face in the first time, but we are lucky because our 100% teacher, student, everyone was giving the full support. So I'm just showing this slide. You see, this blending learning, we are bringing this human and technology. I hope that you will agree with me that human also need motivation, personalization, feedback, and fluency and listening, relevance and discipline. At the same time, technology also need the mobility, structure, tracking, a lot of factors we are bringing all together. And luckily, we also developed a very good linkage overall worldwide. We have the 400 plus linkage. So between this time, I think this linkage is also giving a lot of benefit. We also share a lot about partnering university, how they are facing, how they are already overcoming these challenges. So we also share each other, and a lot of cases we share our best practices. So now I'm giving, just as I already mentioned, you can have a look, elearn.daffodilvarsity.edu, which we call BLC. So this is our learning approach. I'm giving some of the idea that the 7 pillars we are set up in this BLC. These 7 pillars, I'm giving one by one, just some idea that how we already mobilized our all teacher to involve in this pillar. So just interactive video conferencing, which everybody you are aware. Now we are also organizing this international conference through the Zoom. So we are using Zoom. We are using this big blue button. We are using, that Microsoft Teamwork. We are using the Google Meet. So a lot of this component we are using, I think, which everyone you are already familiar. So I don't like to say more about it. But this learning management system we are bringing in very effective way. And I'll give you some example that how we are effectively used. Say, you see that the 48 student in one of the course you participated, and you see that not a single student was drop out. So 48 student, you see 48 student is participated. So our online activities and learning management system through the BLC, the participation was more than 97%, which is really a great success for our initiative. And we also developed this through the technology, we developed the online discussion forum, very effective discussion forum where, that the student very easily they can come, they can debate, they can put their discussion, they can asking to the lot of unsolved issue to the teacher, and teacher is also very actively involved. So by this way, I'm giving some example. You see how the student and teacher, both of them, they interact each other, and they can share their document, they can share their feelings, and some other student also join and giving the idea. So that some of this peer review also can be possible through this online discussion forum. And the online exercise also, an instant feedback system we also implement through this the number 4 pillar. Very effectively we are using. So as you know, the physical, of course, the physical education, definitely it will very tough to just replace to the physical education. But of course, considering this pandemic, there was no way. I hope that everybody, that still we are facing the same problem, and we don't know how long it will be continued. We don't know it will be 2 months, it will be 6 months, it will be 1 year. Still, it is unpredictable because a lot of you may aware that Europe and even that's London is also, UK is also facing the second wave. And the Oxford vaccine and a lot of the vaccine is still yet not coming to the grassroots level. So that's why we also giving the mostly focus on the online exercise and instant feedback. So the students can actively, they can participate and they can feeling the real flavor of the physical class. And some resources or allocation also we are bringing through this blending learning center. Some of these resources I'm just putting here, the attendance, book, chatting, database, external tool, and interactive content. There's a lot of this content is already there, and a lot of this quiz system and a lot of this lot of types of survey. So we are bringing every module inside this blending learning center, which we call the eLearn. And then you see, just 2 months back, we also started keeping the safety and security. We also open our campus. This is some of the picture of our campus. So we also face-to-face, we invited our student, you can come and you can join the face-to-face, but very surprised because almost maximum is our teacher picture. I think the students are not willing now to come to the classes, rather they are frequently requesting the no. We are very much confident in the blending learning center, so we enjoy better than physical class. So what happened? A lot of our teacher now coming to the campus, but student is almost they are coming for enjoying or gossiping or networking, but they are not coming to the campuses for the classes. But sometimes they are coming for some of their purposes or some of their need. But again, I should say this is a very fantastic confidence we develop among our students due to this technological involvement, as you also organize this business and technology, how already marries each other. And this is another very fantastic tools we also involve. I hope that as a faculty, you will agree with me, because if we manually we assess to the teacher, it will be very tough, because sometimes, the dean of the faculty or of the head of the department may not taking initiative or assess all of the teacher properly. Sometimes, human has some error. So what we developed one assessment tool through the system. So this system is already as assessment, assignment, case study, student participation, how the student interact, how much the percentage of the student they are actively participating, and how much they are developing each other. So the whole analytical tools we develop through this system. By this way, we can easily assess that how much the development is going to the in respect of teacher, in respect of student. So these analytics of the DIO BLC to ensure, as I already mentioned, the quality on online learning and building teacher-student ecosystem. You know that in a lot of cases, you will agree with me, due to cause of this pandemics, a lot of the students are facing the financial problem. Maybe their parents lose job. Maybe their parents is facing the problem due to cause of their business. So what happened? We also trying to bring under I'm showing the another slide, the mentoring monitoring system. We developed one which we call MMS. So each and every student we are bringing under this monitoring system. The teacher are allocating, every teacher is allocating minimum 30, maximum 35 to 40. So all of the teacher, we have almost almost very close to 750 teacher. So every teachers equally, they are sharing this mentoring system. They are advising to the student. And through this system, we can identify that what exactly the problem they are facing. Are they need any scholarship? Are they need any, that's a teacher are continuously update the contents and resources, how the cross-check student in interactivity, effectiveness, everything we are trying very easily we can track to this analytics platform. So I'm giving some of the example you are showing. You see that how much students, suppose 2 months back, 223,000 students actively participated. But this is the 2 months earlier report. So these analytical tools, the graphically we also see how much the student effectively they are already interacting with the student, and the course, there's a course participating, and the effectiveness and other module also we are trying to in the weekly we can actively analyze through this admin through these analytical tools. And we also develop one smart edu system, and you will be surprised through this smart edu system we also developed one smart board. So this smart board, that the teacher no need to come to the campus. So what happened, every department they also actively participated in this smart board. So what happened, the department head and the coordination officer, both of them, they can easily track that what class is going on from the respective board. So very easily teacher can each other, they are seeing what best practices is going on. Whenever they are facing any problem, they are coming to this smart edu system, they are just putting the problem and instantly they are getting the solution from the help desk or from the admin panel. So you see I'm giving one example. You see this is the one of the board I am showing. How the teacher is already says July 4, the teacher is putting there, and if any teacher instantly they need what problem, you see the green mark, if they click it, they can go to the direct the problem. So this smart board very easily, every teacher, every person, very easily they can track each other and they can help each other. And in any case, they are facing any sorts of technological problem, the course content, student problem, financial problem, I think they just come to the board. What happened? Earlier, they are coming to the head, department head, or dean of this faculty room or register office. But now they don't need anything. They just go to the board and they are asking what problem they are facing. And they need, if the IT help, you see there is a help desk. So they just put it their help desk and they will, the one ticket system will be issuing. So respective people, they will solve the problem and then they will just report to the board that problem is solved. So you see, this is the timesheet also. The teacher, whatever initiative they are taking, they can just put the all timesheet. So the department head and the respective admin, they don't need to ask any teacher. They need to follow up anything. From the timesheet, they can easily identify is it completed, is it not completed. Well, as I already mentioned, this is our mentoring monitoring system, which we love to say MMS. So all student is all teacher, everyone is coming under this MMS. So we can easily track that if any student is facing the problem, their parents is also, they can come, they can talk with the teacher, and they can also put their comment. If the parents also have some approach to the respective department or the register office or the scholarship department, the parents also can easily enter to the MMS system through the student login and the parents login, and they can talk with the teacher, and teacher is instantly whatever problem they are facing, and all of the login, 5 months back, whatever problem they are facing, and now what is the problem, everything can be tracked through the mentor monitoring system. It is one of the fantastic tools. I'm sure that also 6 years we are trying to develop this system, but we are very lucky that due to cause of this COVID-19, we can implement it now 100%. We also developed the one class response system. I hope some of you may aware about it. We have this one also, the Google Play. So I don't, almost a majority of you are also aware this one. So every month, we are also bringing the champion teacher whose class is bestly accepted by the student. So this champion faculty member coming to the webinar, and they are also giving their best practices to the other teacher. And you know that it was very tough to the various universities to know which teacher is the best and why. But now it is very easy for us in our university. Very easily, I think that we can identify through the analytic tool who is the best performer for this month. So we can easily bring them, and the other teacher can easily see that what is the best practices or what new technology or what value addition they can do it. And we also, between this time, we also develop, you know, that due to cause of this pandemic, our student is also locked down. They are not able to move one place to another places. So between this time, we also developed, earlier we developed this one, but it was very popular now, goedu.ac platform. So beside this academic activity, some of the soft skill we are giving through this platform. So student can freely, they can easily get a lot of the soft skill from this platform. Well, we between this time, we already made a lot of this event, like you are also organizing GCBT. So we are also organizing with involvement our Minister of the Education and a lot of this, our ministry, relevant ministry, the online learning summit. We can bring with the UNDP, ICT Ministry, A2I, and everybody we are bringing. So 3 days, we are also discussing how we can develop the college and school teacher education system. And this one is a very, I must say, very contributing, because a lot of cases we can contribute a lot. And we can also organize one virtual job fairs. And you know that due to cause of COVID-19, this is also another new era open to our education sector. Because, you know, as Bill Gates, the day before yesterday, he already mentioned that after this COVID-19, that whole world is changing the service industry, because now the 50% job will be controlled from the home. So that is the reason we also organize the virtual job fairs, how the home from home or virtually job can be provided, or employer can get the support from the employee. So this one also 3 days, just we can organize one event. And we also invited our Minister of ICT and Minister of Telecommunication and HR industry, ICT, BSCs, a lot of stakeholders. And we also organizing from UK University and Oxford, you know, this Oxford Excellence, Oxford, you know, the Oxford Center of Excellence. And he was the former head of the Oxford Brookes University. We organized one international symposium on hospitality, because you know that due to COVID also, it was another sector that which is now one of this changing industry, that due to cause of this COVID, that hospital and this hotel and tourism industry. So this one also, this 2 days event. And anyway, a lot of other events also between this time we are organizing. We are also giving our students some internet facility, jointly with the, you know, this mobile operator. So we are trying our best to help our teacher, help our student, and so that this due to cause of this COVID-19, no one facing any trouble. And we are really grateful to our student and our teacher. Both of them, they are work very professionally, and we establish our university one of the most effective due to cause of the technology. So thank you very much. And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. So I'm just stop my presentation.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sabur Khan, for sharing your example, what you are doing in Bangladesh. It's very inspiring and very good example. I hope some of these things we will take on board at our end in UK and other places. So once again, on behalf of the GCBT, we would like to thank you very much. And now, Jane, I'll leave it to you now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd also like to thank you, and there were many interesting observations in that for me. For example, that some of the students preferred to stay at home and not come in even when the campus was open, whereas the faculty were showing up. And I think we have variations on that here. So I'd like to invite just one question. I'm sure there are many, but just in the interests of time, who'd like to ask a question?
Looks like no questions, so
Okay,
maybe
I will. No, I'll ask one question here.
So,
Just one.
Chowdhury?
No, I think thanks to Dr. Khan. Yeah, it is actually like in really very interesting that what he's doing, because he is actually serving to the community, and we know him and know his university. I think one thing I really stuck in mind, because 10 years ago, how really you take the decision than giving a student to the computer. Really, it is something. It's a miracle, and I think that initiative now proven, and I'm sure that some other university is following your model. So thank you very much, and that's I want to be like appreciate that how you manage it, and what is actually the financial model and how you manage all those things. I know it is very tough, especially from Asian country and as well as in Bangladesh, where technology is very hard, and you communicating with the student in this pandemic. I think that's great job. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dava. Just I give you one example. So I hope that you will be agree with me. When I started my business in 1990, I started with the Casio organizer. In that time, there was no notebook, there was no laptop. So there was a big size Casio organizer. So a lot of people laughing with me, the why I'm using this organizer. So I'm sure that now you understand. It gave me a lot of mileage due to use of this contact and other information in the 1990s. So that is one of the reason, as my background is IT business. So I thought that if I provide the free laptop to the student, maybe in the long run, it will give the benefit. So honestly speaking, this is one of this core area where I should say that our student is really, they're doing fantastic job due to cause of this technological development. Thank you.
thank you very much.
So thanks for that response.